Huge caveat to this video, I am not an expert on franchising, and different companies have different franchising models, so not everything I say here might apply to every franchisor. And I will say that there are people that have gotten rich from owning franchises, so despite what I'm going to say in this video, it's not necessarily a bad thing to have a franchise. It could be a very good thing. Um, just because somebody else is succeeding and maybe even making more money than you are on the deal doesn't mean it's not a good deal to you. It could still be a good deal to you if you're making money, if you're getting what you got out of the deal. But with all that said, I just wanted to make this video so people thinking about franchises understand how the process often works and how these franchise companies, like let's just say as an example, coffee. In the very early stages of their business, they were about selling coffee. But if they go to a franchise model, their business is no longer selling coffee. Their business is literally franchising. That's how they make maybe 100% of their money, maybe 98% of their money if they kept a couple of corporate stores. And the reason why they don't really care if you succeed. Now, I guess in most cases, they'd probably prefer that you succeed because they're going to get an ongoing royalty from you. But what you probably don't realize is they already made like 90 something percent of the money they're going to make off you right off the bat. And so they really don't care about whether you succeed or not in the long run. Um, Again, I'd say they probably prefer that you succeed, but their business model basically involves them making money by creating franchises, not by franchises succeeding. So here's how it works, at least with some of them that I've figured out. And if you're an expert on this topic, let me know because this is just something I discovered because I'm a real estate person. I was looking into buying a ground lease from a national franchisor and kind of just looking at how things played out. Here's what I figured out. So you apply for a franchise to this, let's say it's a coffee shop franchisor, and they benevolently tell you they're going to help you at every stage of the process. So, first, you're going to pay them a substantial franchise fee right up front. Then they're going to help you find the location, because they're experts on finding good locations. They got all these people there to study the traffic and all this stuff. And so they're going to help you find the land. And then they're going to even be the one to purchase the land. So you don't have to worry about that. And then they're going to give you a ground lease. And you're going to take out a loan to build the building. And they might even have an in-house loan person. So you don't even have to worry about finding a lender. They're going to be the lender for you. And so, they have it all set up for you. They do your ground lease. You build the building. You go in. You start paying them a royalty. So look at all the ways they've already made money off you before you even start your business. One, you paid them a huge franchise fee. Two, the way they make money on a ground lease is that they bought a piece of land that had nothing on it, so it had no income potential at all. So let's just say, random example here. They bought some land. I'm going to use really low numbers because we'll just say it's like a kiosk coffee shop. They bought some piece of land for $100,000. And then they gave you a ground lease. So you paid for the building. They didn't pay anything for the building. But now because they have this ground lease for whatever, let's say, I don't know, $4,000 a month. So they can now sell this land to somebody with this ground lease. If it's going to be at like a 7 cap, they can now sell this ground lease to someone for like $700,000 or something like that, 6 something. So they bought it for 100, got you on a lease, and all of a sudden their land, without them paying anything, it's you that went into debt to build this building. They now can sell this thing at a profit of like a 500% profit right off the bat. And that's what they do. They buy it, they set up your ground lease, and then they basically immediately turn around and sell the land and the ground lease to an investor. Um, then I don't know how typical this part of it is, but it makes a lot of sense. It's what I would do if I was a franchisor. Is they can even make money on the loan. They can say that uh, we handle the loan for you too. They'll present it as a positive thing, but like you might not even have a choice but to use their preferred lender in order to get the or their in-house lender to get the franchise. So then they already made this money off this ground lease turnaround they did. They already got a franchise fee from you. Now they're gonna sell you the mortgage and get whatever 8%, or maybe more on a commercial mortgage, and and uh, and so they already got all that before you even go into business. So whatever royalty you're gonna pay, I think they would prefer to have, but they probably don't really care whether you go out of business as long as they already made this money and they move on to the next one. They go make another 500% profit on the next ground lease turnaround.